Something is happening inside the streaming industry right now, and most people have no idea how serious it is. Two of the most powerful entertainment companies on the planet are locked in a battle worth hundreds of billions of dollars, a battle that is quietly reshaping how every single person on Earth watches content. On one side, Netflix, the company that killed Blockbuster, disrupted Hollywood, and built an empire from a DVD rental service nobody took seriously. On the other side, Disney, 100 years of stories, 100 years of trust, the most recognizable brand in human history. Both are fighting for the same thing: your screen time. But here is the question that nobody is giving you a straight answer to. Who is actually winning? Today, we investigate. We follow the numbers. We follow the decisions. And by the end of this video, you will have enough information to decide for yourself. Welcome to The Big Move, where we break down the biggest business battles in the world, one story at a time. If you are new here, this channel is built for people who want to understand why things happen, not just what happened. Let's get into it. To understand this war, you first need to understand how it started. For most of the 20th century, Disney and Netflix did not compete. They did not even exist in the same world. Disney was a studio, a theme park, a brand parents trusted with their children. Netflix, when it launched in 1997, was a mail-order DVD company operating out of a small office in California. These two companies had nothing to do with each other. Then came streaming, and everything changed. Netflix launched its streaming service in 2007. By 2013, it was producing its own original content with House of Cards. By 2016, it was operating in over 190 countries. The entire entertainment industry watched this happen, and most of them panicked. Disney did not panic. Disney calculated. In 2019, Disney launched Disney Plus, and within the first 24 hours, 10 million people signed up. That number shocked even Disney's own executives. The streaming war had officially begun. When Disney Plus launched, did you think it could actually challenge Netflix? I want to know. Drop your honest answer in the comments right now. The subscriber numbers. Every detective starts with the most visible evidence. And in streaming, the most visible number is subscribers. For years, Netflix dominated this conversation completely. In 2022, Netflix had over 220 million subscribers worldwide. Disney Plus, just 3 years old, had reached 164 million. The gap seemed clear. Netflix was ahead. But then something unexpected happened. Netflix, for the first time in over a decade, lost subscribers. In early 2022, they lost 200,000 subscribers in a single quarter. Then they projected losing another 2 million. The stock dropped nearly 35% in a single day. Analysts called it a crisis. Meanwhile, Disney Plus kept growing. By late 2022, Disney Plus had actually surpassed Netflix in total subscribers when you combined Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, all platforms under Disney's umbrella. Disney's CEO Bob Chapek went on record saying Disney was now the world's largest streaming service by subscriber count. Netflix pushed back. They argued that their single platform numbers were still higher, that combining 3 separate services was not a fair comparison. And here is where it gets interesting. Both sides were right, and both sides were spinning the numbers in their favor. This is clue 1. The subscriber race is not as clean as either company wants you to believe. Netflix has more subscribers on a single platform. Disney has more subscribers across its ecosystem. Which one matters more? That depends entirely on what question you are asking. But subscriber numbers are only the surface of this story, because there is a second clue, and this one cuts much deeper. The money problem. Here is a fact that most casual viewers of this story completely miss. Having more subscribers does not mean you are making more money. Netflix, as of recent years, generates roughly $16 to $17 billion in annual profit from its streaming business. It is, at its core, a profitable operation. The model works. People subscribe, Netflix collects. Netflix spends on content, people stay subscribed. Disney Plus, despite its massive subscriber numbers, was losing money. Billions of dollars. In 2022 alone, Disney's streaming division lost over $4 billion. Disney's own leadership admitted that Disney Plus would not reach profitability until 2024 at the earliest. Why was Disney losing money on a service with hundreds of millions of subscribers? Because Disney was spending aggressively on content, on licensing, on technology, on global expansion. They were buying subscribers at a cost, and that cost was enormous. Netflix had been through this phase already. In its early years, Netflix burned through cash at an alarming rate. It borrowed billions. It was called reckless, and then it turned profitable. Disney was now living through the same painful phase that Netflix had already survived. Here is what I want to ask you directly. If you were a Disney shareholder watching $4 billion disappear in 1 year, would you have stayed patient or panicked? Tell me honestly in the comments. This is exactly the kind of decision that separates great investors from average ones. So who is ahead on money? Right now, Netflix. But the more important question is, for how long? Because Clue 3 reveals something that neither company advertises publicly. And it might be the most important clue in this entire investigation. The content war. Subscribers can be bought. Profitability can be engineered. But there is one thing in entertainment that cannot be faked. Content that people actually love. This is where the investigation gets genuinely complicated. Netflix's strategy has always been volume combined with algorithm. Produce enormous amounts of content across every genre, every language, every format, and let the data tell you what works. Netflix spends approximately $17 billion per year on content. The results have been extraordinary. Squid Game became a global phenomenon. Stranger Things built a generation of loyal fans. Wednesday broke viewing records within days of release. But Netflix also produces a significant amount of content that disappears without a trace. Critics have noted that Netflix's library, despite its size, often lacks the kind of deep emotional connection that makes people renew their subscription, specifically because they cannot leave. Disney's strategy is the opposite. Disney does not bet on volume. Disney bets on franchises. Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, National Geographic, The Simpsons. These are not just shows, these are universes, decades of emotional investment from hundreds of millions of people around the world. When Disney Plus launched, it did not need to build loyalty, it inherited it. The question that analysts have been debating for years is this: which strategy wins in the long run? Netflix says data and volume create the future. Disney says legacy and love create permanence. I want you to answer this one personally. Right now, if you had to cancel one, Netflix or Disney Plus, which one would you keep? And more importantly, why? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I will pin the most interesting answer. The verdict that is not a verdict. Here is what makes this rivalry genuinely fascinating to study. There is no clean winner. Not yet. Netflix is more profitable today. Netflix has stronger brand recognition as a streaming-first company. Netflix has proven it can survive crisis. The 2022 subscriber loss that terrified Wall Street was followed by a remarkable recovery. Netflix introduced ad-supported tiers, cracked down on password sharing, and came back stronger. Disney has something Netflix can never manufacture: a century of stories that people grew up with. Disney's content does not just entertain, it creates memories. It creates identity. Parents who watched The Lion King are now subscribing to Disney Plus so their children can watch it too. That cycle of generational loyalty is worth more than any algorithm. But Disney is also under enormous pressure. Its theme parks and traditional business subsidize the streaming losses. If economic conditions tighten, that subsidy becomes dangerous. And Disney's recent leadership changes, Bob Iger returning to replace Bob Chapek, signal that even Disney knows its streaming strategy needed serious rethinking. Netflix, on the other hand, faces a different threat. As it matures and raises prices, the question of whether subscribers will stay or look elsewhere becomes more urgent every quarter. This is not a war with a finish line. It is a war that will continue to evolve, and the winner will be determined not by who is ahead today, but by who makes better decisions over the next 5 to 10 years. So here is my final question for you, and I genuinely want this debate in the comments. 5 years from now, which company do you think will be the dominant force in streaming? Netflix or Disney? Give me your prediction and your reasoning. The most well-argued answer gets pinned. What does this rivalry teach us about business? It teaches us that disruption and legacy are not opposites. They are two different paths to the same destination, and both paths have serious risks. Netflix taught the world that you do not need 100 years of history to build a billion-dollar audience. You need data, speed, and the courage to spend before you earn. Disney is teaching the world that trust built over generations is a competitive advantage that money alone cannot buy. But trust does not automatically convert into streaming revenue. It has to be translated, carefully, strategically, and with patience. The real lesson of this war is not about streaming. It is about how companies survive transformation. Netflix transformed an entire industry. Disney is now transforming itself. Which transformation is harder? That is a question worth thinking about long after this video ends. Now here is what I want you to know before you leave. This streaming war is not just about Netflix and Disney. There is a third player in this space that most people completely underestimate. One that has been quietly positioning itself for years, and whose next move could change everything we just discussed. That story is coming to the big move very soon. If you are not subscribed yet, now is the moment. Not because I am asking you to, but because that next video is genuinely one you will not want to find out about 3 weeks late. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and I will see you in the next one. This has been the big move. Think bigger.